Hey guys, Lisa Sabaniak here from lifelikeyoumeanit.com, coming to you live again to talk about some more coping with anxiety strategies that you can use in the moment, or also you can use some of these, a lot of these, in order to shift your perspective so that longer term you are dealing with less anxiety less often. So, what I'd like to talk to you about today is more of a trick or a tip that you can do in the moment, and that is to write it down. So, all of us have anxiety for one reason or another, right? So, it's not just coronavirus that causes us to have anxiety. There's lots of different things that bring about anxiety, and that expresses itself in a lot of different ways in different people, right? And some of the ways that it expresses for me is that kind of nonstop mental mind chatter that I get, especially if I am going to bed. So, if I'm working on something that is really kind of stressing me out, where there's a lot of working components to it, then I'm like a lot of other people. And the way that I will react is by going to bed and not being able to shut off my brain. Right. And so I'll be thinking about all the things, all the steps that I want to do, all the things that I need to do for it, anything that I might have missed, and all that kind of stuff. And so, my advice for you today, our coping with anxiety tip today, is for you to write it down. So, whether that is your feelings that you are writing down, right? Because remember, I've talked before that your feelings are valid. Whatever it is that you are experiencing now during coronavirus or any other time, you have the right to feel however you feel. So, don't spend time putting yourself down for how you feel and trying to desperately change how you feel. Change will naturally come, especially if you are honoring what it is that you need in that moment, right? Because it lessens some of the shame and some of the guilt that you feel. So it naturally has a positive snowball effect, if you will. So writing it down is very similar to that, right? So you can literally write down a list of all the things, right? And you've probably heard this advice numerous times before, right? If just jot down all the things that you have to do, all the things that you are thinking about when you are trying to relax, right, and go to sleep. But also write down your feelings. Write down, how anxiety is expressing with you right now, what you're thinking, how you're feeling, the different things that you are doing that you feel are honoring yourself and what you need, the few things that you are doing that you are quite proud of yourself for, right? Start writing all of these things down. And a lot of people find that when they start to write, especially if they start to do some creative writing, where they actually don't think about what it is that they want to say, they maybe start out with a couple of things that are on their mind, and then they just allow themselves to write fluidly without any real thought. When they look back on it later, either the same day, but especially if it's like a week later or a month later, they have some huge revelations that they didn't even realize were going on, because a lot of that allows your unconscious mind to come forward and start to express itself to you on what it needs and what it's thinking about and what's going on for it, right? Insights into your beliefs and right what's causing some of these thoughts that you might have, right? Might be some deep beliefs that you've got that have been rooted in you for quite a number of years now, that you are not realizing until now are there. And so you're kind of trying to tamp down this expression of those beliefs. But until you actually deal with the belief itself, then you're not going to have any real progress. And so you have that aha moment about the belief and say, whoa, okay, now I actually know what to tackle. Right? But even if the writing down just gives you a method of expression, then that itself can be so therapeutic. It can be so healing and promote so much growth for you to just be able to have a way to express yourself in what you're feeling. So go and order a journal online. Go and grab all of your scrap paper that you've got in the meantime in your house and start to actually just write down your thoughts. So these can be times when you are not experiencing anxiety. You can write down your thoughts then as well, but especially when you start to feel the anxiety building, right? Write down your thoughts, write down what's taking up space in your mind so that you can release that from your mind and allow yourself to have some more space for some other things, perhaps some positivity or some, at least some gentle love for yourself, love, respect, and honoring where you're at right now and what you need. I hope that that helps. Go on over to my IGTV, or if you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, I have my playlist, Coping with Anxiety Tips, that I would love for you to check out. And on IGTV, same thing, they're all right there. Bless. See you tomorrow.